Diane here. Thought I'd give you a little information regarding my retirement vlog. It's been a while since I have recorded a video. I don't technically call myself a podcaster because this is not recorded for the airwaves to listen to on your iPod. It's a video vlog. It's a video recording that I put on YouTube. If you know that, if you've just found me. My name's Diane Roberts. You can find me on Ravelry as Roberts108. I have different names on everything. I think that was intentional. What else? There is Instagram. There I believe I'm Canned Music. And Diane Roberts on YouTube. With my retirement vlog, I must pause. Hello, Diane here with another retirement vlog. Retirement vlog, sort of a knitting. Today will be a knitting subject mostly, I think. Let's see where it takes us. Okay, first thing I'll do is finished objects in my knitting. I finished this quite a while ago because I haven't caught up with a video in a while. This is a shawl. This is 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. Here's the right side. Here it is. It's very long. It goes from here to here. It started with the off-white color. And this shawl, it's pretty cool. It's called It's a Wrap. There it is. The three colors. Let me show you. I have the, I want to say it was Red Heart. Yes, it was. It's a Red Heart. One big cake of yarn. As I said, it's 50% cotton. Whoops. 50% cotton. 50% acrylic. And it comes in three colors. I happen to pick the off-white and the gray, but here's a close-up of it. Knit it up. It's a fingering weight yarn. It's cotton, but it's nice. It's nice for now, this time of year, because it's nice and it's pretty warm for cotton and acrylic. So that's one shawl that I did. Left over from my big ball of yarn. I mean, the skein is a big round cake. You've probably seen them like at Michael's. I got that one at Michael's. And I had this much left. And so I'm going to, oh no, I don't know what I'm going to do with that because that's cotton. I'm not putting that in my, I want to start one of those northeasterly blankets that everyone that's doing Vlogmas and getting those minis. This is the blanket that everyone's starting to make. I think I should start one because I have, in my little pink bucket here, I have made over the year, it took me a year because I started knitting about last December and it's December now. I started knitting then and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 fingering weight, sock weight yarns that I can start to use for this northeasterly, because that's how many bags of leftovers I have. Let me show you another pair of socks. I may have had these on the needle the last time I did a recording. These are my husband's. These came out pretty cool. These came out exactly identical because they are the Perfect brand. I believe it's on in Carlos. It's Regia. Here it is. And what I did was I started it and I didn't knit 2 at a time. Well, I knit 2 at a time on separate needles. I did one on 9-inch circular, and I did the other on double points. And as I would get from here to here, I started this one and made sure that they stayed the same, and heel flap and gusset, and so I went from the top down on these. So I do have leftover yarn from this, which will go into that blanket. And I also made this pair, which is I have left over here. This is Cascade Heritage Prints. These came out, these were a toe up. I did lovely, very, very pink knits, instructions for a provisional cast on with the German short row toe, and then started the pattern so that they would be exactly the same. And then when I got to the appropriate length here, I did the German short row heel, which is the same as doing the toe, which was quite amazing. And then I tried to go as far as I could. I continued knitting for a while. These are longer than I usually make. And then I did, it's a Cascade pink that I put in as a contrast for the toe and the heel. So those are 3 things that I've completed. I also did the Maracai hat, free pattern, I think it's a free pattern, hedgehog fibers hat. It's sort of slouchy, and what I used for that, because the instruction was to use two fingering weights held together, so I used this because I bought this probably to make socks. It was Plymouth Yarn Happy Feet splash hand dyed. So I had bought this but never made socks with it. I don't remember why I bought that, but I also had, I think I've talked about this before, from Knit Picks, their what's the name of it? Preciosa fingering tonal. I had this tonal black, which wasn't working up if you just used the black. I didn't realize I had a tonal, so I held the ends together and I made that Maracai hat. Came out like this. I've decided I'm not quite a hat person. It's slouchy. Maybe I just haven't learned how to wear them, but I can't get a hat to look flattering to save my life. My daughter likes hats. I don't know how to wear it, but it's done. So we did that hat. I also did another hat. Where is it? I visited a local yarn shop. We have a new, not that new, last summer a shop opened up near us in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and it's called 3 Bags Full. And I got an eyelet messy bun hat. This was a pattern that was available on Ravelry. So I think the top one is the adult version. So my daughter just likes everything black, but black is difficult, so I made a tweed. I got, this is actually, it's the Encore tweed by Plymouth Yarn Company again. So I got that at our new yarn shop, and I finished this hat. This one's kind of cute. It's got the either a high ponytail or the messy bun. It's got ridges. I don't know if they'll show up because it's black, but that's done. So I got some hats and some socks. So I got those things done. Oh, the dogs are coming in. I forgot to close my door. So what else is going on? Oh, I know. It's what I'm working on now. Did I bring it in here?
Okay.
I got a pad. I'm just shooing away my husband. He's asking me how I feel. I'm not feeling, I'm a little under the weather today with a bad cold. I know I have, is that it? Oh, I have something else on the needles. I I downloaded this a long time ago. It's a Smooth Operator sock by Susan B. Anderson. And I've started these 2 times. I always start socks 2 ways to ensure that I don't experience second sock syndrome. This is the Patons yarn. It's a new one. I found it and I'm doing Cuff Down. It's called Woodsy. Patons. I got it at Michael's, I think. And it's quite interesting. It's some nice colors. There's a lot of brown in it too. Let me show you the ball. There's the ball. Got those on the needles. But what I have on the needles, it should be in here. But oh yes, it is in here. I intended to knit a little later. Excuse me, here it is. I have been seeing this on Ravelry since it was a test knit. I guess you could volunteer test knit. And it's called Here We Gnome Again by Sarah Shearer. And there are 2 sizes of gnome. One is, I don't know how this shows if I get too close, if it's dark. Maybe here. We have the worsted weight gnome and the fingering weight gnome. Well, anyway, I started this. Can you see it's cabled? See the little hat? See the cables? Looks so simple. And in our guild group, we actually had a class of, completing cables without the cable needle, and it was real. I did it. I made a little headband, but I found that this was harder to do in this. I must have started this since yesterday. I bought the pattern as part of the gift along with the the gift along. I want to say it's the Indie Designers, is it? I don't, on Ravelry. You probably know what I'm talking about. Well, I bought this one and another pattern, a hat pattern, with hopes that I would participate in the gift along. But from the time I download stuff and print it out to the time I really get started can take a while. So I did start 5 times yesterday. First I was using my double points, and they were so slippery that I changed to my wooden, what are they, bamboo double points. And I think what's going on is that every row is different. I was trying to watch Mrs. Maisel. It came back to, it came back on the 5th of December, I think. So yesterday I wasn't feeling good. I ran around in the morning and came back home and felt kind of punky, and so I said, why don't I start my gnome and watch Mrs. Maisel? Well, I put Mrs. Maisel on, but I really can't be watching watching anything I want to pay attention to and try to work this. I actually used the cable needle and still had a hard time. But you start with the hat. This is the brim of, you start with the brim of the hat and you're going to work towards the point. And I don't think you can even start to see the cable design there yet. Can you even barely see it? Well, I kept having problems. First of all, the first set of needles, the stitches kept falling out, or my needle would fall out. That was a mess. And so then I decided to start using the cable needle, because in addition to holding it in front or holding it in back, when you finally do the knit, you have to knit from the back loop, and sometimes that's difficult to determine if I'm just holding it in front. And I have a tendency, maybe further on down the line when I have a little more fabric to hold on to, it might be a different story, but I really want to make this. But I might spend some time on it this afternoon, seeing I can't do anything else because I'm not feeling well. Okay, so that's probably about everything. Acquisitions. You know what I never talk about? I'm a member of Knit Crate, so every month I get a Knit Crate package and I never show them. And I don't get the best of colors all the time. I think yesterday I got my December one, and it's a very heavy, it is a chunky weight. I got this chunky weight yarn. It's Vitalana Heathered Chunky. The colorway is Clementine. But the hat, they have a hat, a knit, I think it's the knit hat. I don't know if it's removable. I can't tell if it's, it looks like it might be crochet. Yeah, it's a crocheted hat, but it's very cute. How cute is that? I might have to do that because I don't know what the knit is with this, if anything. I didn't really. I get these and I look, oh yeah, the Ice Baby. Oh, but they have a Tempest hat. That one looks kind of neat if it's knit. Well, I haven't decided what to do with it yet. Not that I've done anything. I don't know if you can see this, but let's see if I can move this. Can you see all those boxes? Those are all my Knit Crate boxes from last year sometime. And I knit one scarf 1 month, and then I got a very bright yellow that I haven't done anything with. I'm trying to determine which months they are because they've only recently been putting booklets with the patterns already in them. Previously we had to get them off the website or in Ravelry. However, my November is very pretty. This is the colorway is called Wolves. It's a Euro yarn, sugared worsted. So this is very pretty. You see, it has a sparkle to it, which I don't think is showing. Yellow ducks. No, I don't think you can see the sparkle. It's not very bright outside today. That one I like. And then there was a very nice wool the previous month. I did get colors that are more, this color is called Mouse. It's a DK weight. That's nice. I will use this. So I lucked out on most of the colors except for 1 month I got this super bright yellow. I'm not a yellow person. So the other things that I've been doing is, well, one I mentioned already. Watching Vlogmas. Vlogmas has been great, hasn't it? And I watch so many of them. I think it's wonderful. I don't know how people do it because they're picking the busiest time of the year. They are extremely busy people because most of them are self-employed, and we all know that when you're self-employed you work much harder than you do when you're working for someone else because you have to put in more time. You just do. I know. I've worked for myself. You have to put in the time. So that, and they have families and they have little children, and it's Christmas. Come on, it's Christmas. It's just amazing, and it's so interesting. And all the other things they do, in addition, they're decorating, they're baking, they're going and visiting people. It's just truly amazing to me to watch because I know I could never do it. But it brings us such, it's just so nice to watch them. It brings us joy seeing them enjoying the holiday season and getting a little peek into everyday life. It's nice. So I want to say thank you to all the vlogcasters, the Vlogmas podcasters. I know you call yourselves podcasters, but I'm old. I don't get that because the podcast means something different to me. So, do I have anything else on the needles? No. Okay, other things I've been doing though. I've been sewing a lot. I've been making knitting bags because I need more bags. I need more bags to put more projects into. Also, you know what, I've talked in other videos about my sewing and that I have many sewing machines. Well, I do have a featherweight. Yesterday I picked up a pattern, a little kit for a featherweight cover. It's a quilted little feather, I think it's quilted. Well, it may not be quilted, but I might quilt it. a featherweight cover. It was a little kit. I got it at Emma's Quilt Cupboard in Franklin, Mass. Very close to me because I'm in Rhode Island. Here's the kit. Look at the different fabrics. And it's got the whole... There she is. They're calling her, what did I say? Fanny the featherweight. So I just picked that up yesterday. I'm going to go over those instructions. Got all the directions, a nice little kit. So that's something I'm making. I bought the fabric. I didn't make this bag. I bought this bag at a craft show. But I'm going to make some because I didn't think it would be so handy, but I find myself using it all the time. It's a mesh bag with some fabric, and this fabric happens to be skeins of yarn and knitting needles. Little Velcro closure here, 2 pockets, one in the front, one in the back, and you can put a lot of things in it, and it's nice because it's mesh and you can see through it to see what you have inside if you're looking for a particular project without even having to unzip. So I've been making bags, and I've been making needle minders or cozies, and I joined another knit night. We have a knit night in North Attleboro at the Starbucks there on Sunday nights, 4:30 to 6:30. So if you're in, what is it, Southern Mass, Northern Rhode Island, you're welcome to come and find us. We call ourselves the Espresso Knitters, and we're located pretty much in the middle of the Starbucks there from 4:30 to 6:30 on Sunday evenings. So because I'm taking more projects with me, I wanted more bags. So here's an example of like a sock size bag that I've been making. They look pretty much like the ones everybody makes. This one's little porcupines. Porcupines lined with a contrasting color, a built-in handle, and here's the little knit double-pointed needle cozy or needle keeper that matches the bag. So I've been making these. Some of my friends have been buying them. I might be putting them online soon because now I'm into it. Now I'm into making them, so I've been making them. I've been making some that are a little bigger than this for like a sweater or a shawl project. Although you can fit a shawl in here, but it gets kind of rolled up. Those I like to use for sock bags. And then I make some a little bigger, like this would be a good size for a sock. I'm sorry, I just said sock. For maybe a shawl size. This again, it's the some people call these the turnip tops because they're drawstring tops. This is actual, again, knitting themed bag, and also I have the I have a cozy, yes, and I have the cozy to match. I have some others in there, but and then I have a bigger size, but I don't think I brought the bigger size up here for sweaters. Maybe even blankets, depending on if you put your squares together or not for your blanket. So that's about pretty much what I've been doing. That's why all my stuff is, I'm in my bedroom today, that's why all my stuff is on the bed here, because I organized all my patterns into a file box that I got at the bins. If you've seen my other videos, we go up to the bins, and so I organized all my patterns into those files because I don't have a lot of patterns yet. Can you see they are all labeled, and I just stick them in there after I use them because I wasn't doing that. I have some patterns in books and some patterns in magazines, and it was just getting all piled up and the papers are getting all a mess, and sometimes I want to go back and look at the pattern, say if I'm going to do a video on what I've been knitting. So, cute box. I got it for its weight. It was $1.39 a pound, so it didn't cost me very much. And my pink container for keeping all my scraps for my northeasterly. Is that the name of it? Haven't started it yet. Well, anyway, all the scraps and that's going to go in there. And I guess that's about it. going to organize all my knit crate packages so I know what I've got. I'm going to put it all on a rolling cart over there. And I'm going to put that all together and go from there. So that's what I've been knitting during my retirement. Getting ready for Christmas. I'm sure you are too. So keep knitting. Enjoy that retirement. And I'll see you again soon. Bye now.